So I have it queued, gentlemen, and I want to bring it up. Again, I'm going to do a screen share here. Let me just do that real quick. Here we go. Let me just start this.
And the love for gaming. If I think about it, right, we chose the secular growth category in entertainment, which we think is gaming, and said, let's double down on it. And it's been a passion for Microsoft ever since. In fact, I think Flight Simulator launched before Windows or Office even. And so it's like one of the longest franchises in this company. And so we said, let's take that joy of gaming everywhere. And that's why even these ads with Xbox now, where we are redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan, it's about being able to enjoy Xbox on all your devices. So our strategy with Activision content now is in full force. We feel fantastic about the progress we've made. And more importantly, I think on long term, as a company, we can bring the best of AI innovation, cloud innovation, console innovation, PC innovation to build the best games that can be enjoyed by gamers everywhere. And the love for gaming.
And there you go, folks. So let me just stop that. Let me just bring up the thing. So Umber, I want to go to you first because I think there is something here. He specifically talked about a couple of key points. He mentioned AI. He mentioned cloud. He mentioned PC. What else did he mention in that conversation? He mentioned console innovation. That is all you need to know. Again, if you are a console dude like me, which I am, I'm not a PC guy. I will never be a PC guy. If there is a box to buy to put under the TV, I'm going to buy that box. We already know that they're working on 2 different SKUs for next gen. One's a handheld. One is going to be an innovation in gaming console or console gaming. That innovation is going to come the way of an open-ended source that's never been done before. You're going to be able to take your Xbox and it is going to start up and play like an Xbox, but you're going to have the ability, based on the rumors and the conversation, that you're going to be able to play your games from Steam, your games from the Epic Game Store, and your entire Xbox library. It's an open-ended platform. It's never been done before in modern gaming. Xbox is taking that next step. Satya Nadella literally just said that live on the air, along with cloud, along with AI and PC. He mentioned console gaming before PC. Console gaming is not going anywhere for the next decade. I can't say what happens afterwards, but I can say that look to 2026 for a 2 SKU launch, one of which is going to be the handheld, which I thought was going to be next year, and unfortunately it's not. And of course, the console. The console is going to look and play like an Xbox, but it is going to be an open-ended source box that you can have underneath your TV. Let's get your thoughts on this, Umbra.
Yeah, I think again that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like Satya already confirmed that they have another console coming. So they speaking of console, integration, but
innovation.
Yeah. Thank you. Innovation and things of that nature. Everybody that's kind of ready to jump ship or feeling a bit dismayed, you should hear that and be like, okay, well, they're not giving up on console just yet. It's very clear. And then just using logic when it comes to it, because I was saying somebody else in the chat, it's like, use your logic, they're going to get rid of it. No. And you have to keep in mind with not only the numbers of Game Pass subscribers they have, it makes no sense not to have a base in which to draw people to. Again, they go hand in hand. So if you kind of just look at it that way, you don't have to worry. You think like, okay, well, yeah, they're not abandoning anything. And so that's why we had to talk earlier about what are they taking away from you? Well, nothing. They're going to give you more. Yes. And like you said, some people like yourself, Boom, or Risk It, who calls himself the last console holdout, some guys don't want to play on PC. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And I was that way for a long time until I said I want to get the best performance, whatever, right? But not everybody says I need all of that. That's a me thing. It's not everybody. So I think that, just listening to what he says, you look at the messaging, even from Phil and team, they've been clear that there are more consoles coming. That hasn't changed. There's been no wavering of that on that front. Now the games going where they might go, that might have been changed.
That's different.
Yeah, that's
and
changed.
again, I get. Listen, again, I want this to be clear. Your feelings matter. You are a customer. You are a fan of a brand. And again, if you feel disenchanted of that, then you need to take your business elsewhere. I'm not disenchanted because I have always loved Xbox, and it's not just for exclusives. I like the community. I like the controller. I like my achievements. I like everything that I have attained over the years as an Xbox consumer. I'm not throwing that all away because you can play Indiana Jones on PlayStation 5 next year. If you feel that way, you should then, of course, act upon those feelings. I will not. Please continue.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it comes down to. So you have Satya there, like I said, he's speaking on it. He's very clear. I think a lot of the worry that's coming in, I think it's exacerbated because of a lot of our Hoove brothers online who have made it, their mission to kind of throw FUD out there. They want this to be a reality. Hell, they've been saying they want Xbox to go the way of the dodo since they entered into the space. I remember seeing those things. They get like excited about that type of idea happening. So I would just say, guys, be cautious of who you deal with.
Yes, indeed.
As it pertains to online, like the stuff, they'll rot your brain. They'll start having you feeling away, and you're arguing with them, and you don't even realize that it's edged its way into your mind, and you're thinking, well, is this hooligan right? Are they going to take away my Xbox? And it's really not the case. Like, again, that's for at least for the short term. I don't know how they're going to go in the distant future, but I would say we're pretty safe for the near future as far as consoles go. And if they have one coming for next gen, of course, that's going to last for a good 7, maybe 8 years. You got to keep that in mind. Yep. So, depending on how
get you into 2030, think about that for a second. Next gen, hypothetically, it starts for Xbox in 2026. 6, 7, 8 years of that console, which of course, again, is going to be an innovation in console gaming. Maybe it gets you 10 years, but let's just be fair. Let's say 7. That gets you into 2033. I mean, what? Last time I checked, we're still in 2024. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I like what you're putting down. Real quick, I want to address the Duck of Death. Now, I don't know if he's being facetious or trying to be funny here. He says, in quoting, I don't want to play on PC, but I really hope that the next Xbox is a PC. First of all, I never said that. I said that they're making strides to make it a different type of console. I don't have a Steam library. I don't have an Epic library because I don't play on PC. So if I have the ability to potentially buy a game that's only available on Steam, maybe I do buy it. But I'm buying the next Xbox. That's what I said. So don't put words in my mouth, dude. I don't care to play on PC. I can afford to. I can buy a 4090 rig today. I don't want that kind of gaming because it's a pain in the ass. I want to press the power button on my controller. It pops up on my TV, and I go. That's how I enjoy playing games. If you don't, that's up to you. But don't put words in my mouth. First of all, the Elusive Gamer, let's get your thoughts on the interview. Again, it's not. I think it may not be long in regards to listening to somebody for 20 minutes. But he said, in my opinion, everything he needed to say that tells me console gaming is a part of Microsoft and Xbox moving forward. Let's get your thoughts.
It's funny because about a year ago, there was an interview where Satya Nadella was talking about how, they should be able to have competition against PlayStation. And, you can take what he said and thought, okay, that means every game is going everywhere. They're going to put it on the Ouya even, and, people will run with that. And the truth is, he said a lot of things and he also said nothing at the same time. We all know Xbox devices are all interconnected. If you play games on a PC, you could probably play them on an Xbox and, have your save go back and forth and all that stuff. Your progress goes and all that stuff. And like, at Microsoft, they've been really aggressive with advertising cloud. There's the whole Samsung TV thing. I just think that people, when gamers are, I want to say the word threatened, because this whole situation is alien to them. It's changed. Nobody really likes it. I think, with this whole situation going down, and then him saying that today, it's just people taking it however which way they want and running with the doom and gloom thing, right? Like, I do not see Xbox going away anytime soon at all. Like, if that was the case, and I like to be smart with my money, I wouldn't invest another penny in the Xbox ecosystem at all. I'd be done. But I don't have that worry. Again, what he said, I just think it's about the messaging thing. He said a lot of things without saying anything. If anything, I think Microsoft, and I've said this before, stop with the interviews every 5 seconds, because people will just run with it any way they want. I think, in the new year, and I hope Microsoft doesn't do this, do not start the new year with, hey, it's the 2nd of January. By the way, this is our strategy going forward. Deal with this. Like, they actually need to be smart, because the core gamer really does matter. And seeing the reactions in the feed, there's people clearly upset. There's people clearly in their feels about it. But there's also
and
people...
they're allowed to have those feelings, brother.
Yeah, they're allowed, because that's a lot of money being invested into the ecosystem. And I'm not actually poking fun at anyone. Like, people have spent years building these libraries, and people want to know that they're safe. And I do think that it's just, again, Xbox's messaging, and this goes to Satya Nadella, Phil Spencer, basically everyone at Microsoft, their messaging is absolutely horrid. It's horrendous.
It has been for years.
Yeah, it has been for years. And I don't know why it's like that. I think it's just something they need to sit down, preferably today, discuss it internally, because you can't have Phil Spencer doing an interview every 5 seconds with IGN. And again, the reason I sound annoyed is because I'm excited about all of the Xbox games coming, but this topic is never ending. With Xbox talking all the time, and all the executives talking all the time, this is a never ending topic. Remember when the ABK deal popped off, and how every single week it was ABK, FTC, ABC, random bunch of letters, and everyone was getting tired of the Activision news, right? Everyone was getting tired of it. And then as soon as that went through, all these constant, persistent stories that we had all the time just went away. And now the persistent story we have is Xbox going multi-platform, or more multi-platform games. And I just think Xbox is in a weird place when it comes to games, which is the main thing that matters. It's exciting with all the stuff that's coming. I just think, messaging it needs to be solved.